we have successfully completed the network theorems, right. So, now I am going to consider only one problem. Okay. So, I am going to consider that problem. So, in that problem we have to calculate the branch current through this branch. Okay. We have to calculate the current through this branch, that is between the terminals x and y. So, by using these 5 approaches, first one is mesh analysis, nodal, superposition theorem, Thevenin's, Norton's. Only one problem, 5 approaches. Okay. I think this problem will resolve all your doubts, whether it is superposition theorem, Thevenin's, Norton's, mesh, nodal, how we are applying and why we are applying. Okay. I think this problem will solve all your doubts. Okay. Let us start the problem. So, first we have to go with mesh analysis followed by nodal, superposition theorem, Thevenin's, Norton's. So, before solving the problem, first we have to check the circuit whether there are any modifications are possible or not. We have to check. So, this problem is having 2 independent current sources which are connected in parallel with the 2 resistances. So, this current source is connected in parallel with this resistance, and this current source is connected in parallel with this resistance. So, by using source transformation principle, we have to convert that voltage source, current source into voltage source. Okay. So, these 2 are connected in what? Parallel. Like this, these 2 are connected in parallel. So, by using source transformation, we have to transform them into what? Voltage source. Okay. Then the circuit becomes series resistance, and we have one resistance, again one resistance. Okay. See, current source is parallel with resistance I into R 5 into 2, which is equals to 10 volts, but there is no change in the value of this resistance while transforming. That is equals to, like this is also 2 ohms, this is what? 10 volts. So, this is terminal X and this is terminal Y. We have to calculate the current through this branch. So, this is the simplified circuit from this. So, like this we have to analyze the circuit. First, is there any modifications are possible, that we have to check. Okay. If possible, do that modifications, otherwise do with this given procedure, do with that given circuit. Okay. I have modified this circuit into this. So, compared to these 2 circuits means what? By comparing those 2 circuits, this circuit is looks what? Very simple, no? Simple means we have only 2 loops. We have only 2 loops. So, by calculating 2 loop currents, we will get the current through this branch by using mesh analysis. Okay. Like this we have to analyze the circuit. So, first we have to do with what? Mesh analysis. Mesh analysis. Okay. So, from this, how many loop currents we have? This is loop 1 I 1, this is I 2. Okay. So, from loop 1, what is the KVL equation? Starting from here, minus 10 plus 2 into I 1, again plus 2 into the current through this branch is what? I 1 minus I 2, which is with respect to loop 1, no, which is equals to 0. So, that is 4 I 1 minus 2 I 2, which is equals to 10. This is from loop 1. From loop 2, starting from here, because the current direction is like this, that is 10, the current through this branch is 2 into, with respect to I 2, I 2 minus 1 is there, plus 2 into this branch is present only in loop 2, that is why 2 into I 2. So, finally, here it is minus 2 I 1 plus 4 I 2 plus 10 is equals to 0. So, which is 2 I 1 minus 4 I 2 equals to 10. So, this is 1, this is So, by solving these two equations we will get the I1 and I2. So, simply it is multiplied with 2. So, from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, carefully listen all of you. So, this problem will give the total summary of different methods. Okay. So, from 1 and 2 we will get what? 8 I1 minus 4 I2 which is equals to 20. This is 2 I1 minus 4 I2 which is equals to 10. So, from this plus minus minus cancel, this is 6 I1 is equals to 10. So, from this I1 is equals to what? 10 by 6 amps. So, I1 is 10 by 6 amps like this. So, from the circuit 2 into I1 minus 4 I2 equals to 10, no. So, 2 into 10 by 6, that is 20 by 6 minus 4 I2 which is equals to 10. From this minus 20 by 3 is equals to minus 4 I2, sorry, plus 4 I2, okay, plus 4 I2. From this I2 is equals to what? Minus 5 by 3 amps. From this I2 is equals to minus 5 by 3 amps. So, we have I1, we have I2. So, the current, we have to calculate the current through this branch, right. So, finally, the current through 2 ohm branch, that is which is present between X and Y, which is equals to, what is the current? With respect to loop 1 I1 minus I2, with respect to loop 2 I2 minus I1, both are correct, only the sign is the difference, that is it. Okay. So, with respect to loop 1 I am going to consider, that is I1 minus I2 which is equals to, what is the value of I1? 10 by 6 minus, and what is the value of I2? Minus 5 by 3. So, minus of minus 5 by 3 which is equals to 10 by 6 minus of minus plus 10 by 6 which is multiplied by 2. So, that is 10 by 6 which is equals to 20 by 6. So, finally, we got the current through the 2 ohm branch which is present between X and Y is equals to 3.33 amps. So, this is the current through this branch. This is the current through this branch which is present between the terminals X and Y. By using mesh analysis, we got 3.33 amps. So, the current which is equals to 3.33 amps. So, this method is completed. Now, we will do the same problem with nodal analysis. Okay. See, now we are using the second method, that is nodal analysis. So, this is the node, we do not know that nodal voltage, that is for example V. Okay. The voltage at that node is V. So, first we are assuming our current directions, right, all are leaving. Okay. I think there is no confusion at all. We are already completed this nodal analysis concept long ago. Okay. If you have any doubt, go through that concept. Okay. Mesh, nodal, superposition theorem, Thevenin's, Norton's. Okay. So, all currents are leaving. Why? This is my assumptions. So, the sum of currents which are leaving from that node should be equals to 0, or which are entering towards the node should be equals to 0, both are correct. Okay. So, from this the voltage I1 V minus 10 by, what is the resistance? 2 plus another leaving current is what? V minus 0 by 2 plus V minus 10 by 2 which is equals to 0. So, from this 3V minus 20 is equals to 0. So, V is equals to 20 by 3 volts. So, this is the voltage at that node X. Okay. This is the voltage at that node X, or simply we can call it as Vx. Okay. Simply we can call it as Vx. Therefore, we have to calculate the current through this branch. What is the current through the branch? Is nothing but Vx minus 0 by 2, that is nothing but this current. No? So, the current through 2 ohm resistance which is present between X and Y, which is equals to Vx by 2, which is equals to what? 20 by 3 into 2, which is equals to what? 20 by 6 amp. Therefore, the current through 2 ohm branch, that is between x and y, is equals to what? 3.33 amps. So, by using nodal analysis also, we have the same value of current through this branch, which is present between x and y. So, by using nodal analysis, we are having the same current, which is equals to 3.33 amps. Okay. Next, the approach is superposition theorem. Now, we will do the problem with this method, superposition theorem. So, what is the statement of theorem? If we have n number of sources, we have to get n number of cases. In each and every case, only one source should be active and calculate the currents through any branch. For each and every case, at last, if the all currents are in same current direction of that main circuit, add them, otherwise subtract them. This is the basic theme of superposition theorem. So, here we have two sources, no? So, we have two cases. So, in case 1, this source should be active, in case 2, this source should be active. So, for each case 1 and case 2, we have to calculate the branch currents. At last, we have to add or subtract based upon the directions. Okay. Now, case 1. I am not writing anything like deactivate that source, activate that source. Okay. Directly, I am going to draw the circuit. This should be active and 6 ohm. This should be short circuited, and this is 10 volts, and this is what? 2. The current through this branch is nothing but, for example, I1 dash. So, this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. Okay. Now, this is I1 dash, this is I2 dash, this is I3 dash. So, by using nodal analysis, we are going to get the current, that is V minus 10 by 2 plus V by 2 plus V minus 0 by 2, which is equals to 0. From this, 3V minus 10 is equals to 0. V is equals to 10 by 3 volts. V is equals to 10 by 3 volts. So, but we have to calculate the current through this branch only, because the examiner wants the current through this branch only. Okay. Now, the I2 dash is nothing but what? I2 dash, which is equals to V by 2 only, V by 2, which is equals to what? 10 by 3 into 2, which is equals to 10 by 6 amps. So, now we have one branch current in case 1, that is 10 by 6 amp through this branch. Now, we are going to deal with what? Case 2, that is case 2. Case 2. In case 2, this source should be active and this one should be inactive. Short circuited, we have 2 ohm branch, again we have 2 ohm branch, 2 ohm branch and plus minus, this is 10 volts, this is 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm, this is the voltage V, and the current is nothing but leaving. This is what? I1 double dash, I2 double dash, I3 double dash. Okay. So, based upon nodal analysis, we have to write what? First, V minus 0 by 2 plus V minus 0 by 2 plus V minus 10 by 2, which is equals to 0. From this, 3V minus 10 is equals to 0, V is equals to 10 by 3 volts, but we have to calculate the current through this branch, that is nothing but I2 dash, which is equals to I2 double dash, I2 double dash equals to V by 2, which is equals to 10 by 3 into 2, which is equals to 10 by 6 amp. So, from this we have second case branch current, that is 10 by 6 amp. So, see the main circuit, here the current direction is what? Downwards. In case 1, the current direction is downwards, in case 2, the current direction is downwards. Okay. By superposition theorem principle, principal, the main current direction is what? I2 downwards, which is equals to, this is also downwards positive, this is also downwards positive. So, I2 is equals to I2 dash plus I2 double dash. So, the current 2 ohms through XY branch is equals to what? I2 dash value is what? 10 by 6 amps, I2 double dash is 10 by 6 amps, that is 10 by 6 plus 10 by 6, which is equals to what? 20 by 6, which is equals to 3.33 amps. Then the current through 2 ohm branch between X and Y is nothing but 3.33 amps. So, by this method also we are having the current of 3.33 amps through this branch, So, by this method also we are having the current between X and Y is equals to 3.33 amps. The same current we are going to get in any one of the method. Okay. Next, the approach is what? Thevenin's theorem. Next, we have to do the problem with respect to Thevenin's theorem. So, what is the procedure to get the value of current through this branch? First, we have to open circuit this load terminals and calculate the Thevenin's voltage. Later, we have to replace this independent voltage sources with their internal resistances and calculate RTH. And third step is what? We are obtaining the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Fourth step is what? To get the current through this branch, that is nothing but load current. Okay. In step 1, we have to remove the load. Therefore, the circuit is 2 ohm branch. We are removing this plus minus. This is what? 10 volts, 10, 2 ohm branch. Okay. Now, this is the voltage we have to calculate, that is VTH. Okay. So, means plus minus between this VTH. This node is nothing but reference node, that voltage is 0. Simply VTH is nothing but V minus 0, which is equals to VTH. Okay. Now, we have to calculate the voltage at this position. So, simply should be leaving. For example, this is the node, no? The current is leaving from this side to this side. Here also the current is leaving from this side to this side. So, I1 plus I2 is equals to 0. That is I1, I2 is equals to 0. For this is I1, I2. So, what is the value of I1 here? VTH minus 10 by 2 plus VTH minus 10 by 2. From this 2 VTH minus 20 is equals to 0, VTH is equals to what? 10 volts. Then the Thevenin's voltage is what? 10 volts here. Next, calculation of RTH, that is we have to replace the independent voltage, sorry, it should be open, no? It should be open and replace the independent voltage sources with short circuit, and this is 2 ohms, this is also 2 ohms. The entering current is I, the leaving current should be equals to I. So, the current can be split into this branch, this branch. So, those two branches are connected in parallel. So, therefore, from this we can conclude that what? Those two are connected in parallel, and this is RTH, means between this we have to calculate RTH, which is equals to 2 into 2 by 2 plus 2, which is equals to 1 ohm. The RTH is equals to 1 ohm. Okay. Now, we have VTH and RTH. So, this is step 1, this is step 2. What is step 3? Obtaining Thevenin's equivalent circuit by connecting VTH in series with RTH. This is VTH, this is RTH. What is the value of VTH here? Which is equals to 10 volts. This is 1 ohm, which is equals to 1 ohm. Finally, the step 4 is what? Reconnect the low resistance and calculate the load current, plus minus RTH, reconnect the load resistance and calculate the RTH. What is this value? 10 volts, this is 1 ohm, this is 2 ohm, the current through this branch is nothing but IL. So, IL is nothing but what? IL is equals to total voltage by total resistance in the circuit, which is equals to IL is nothing but the current through the 2 ohm branch which is present between X and Y, which is equals to 10 by 3, which is equals to 3.33 amps. So, from this also we are having the same value of current, that is 3.33 amps through this branch. So, that is current through this 2 ohm branch which is present between X and Y, which is equals to 3.33 amps. So, from Thevenin's theorem also we are having the same value of current. Next, we will prove that value of current by using Norton's theorem. Now, we are calculating the current through this branch by using Norton's theorem. So, what is the procedure to get the value of current? Simply we have to remove this load and short circuit these two terminals and calculate the current through that branch. That current is nothing but Norton's current or short circuit current. In step 2, replace these voltage sources with their internal resistances and calculate the equivalent resistance. That resistance is nothing but Norton's resistance. In step 3, obtain the Norton's equivalent circuit by connecting ISC or IN in parallel with RN. Step 4, reconnect this branch and calculate the load current. That is it. Same like Thevenin's theorem. Okay. So, step 1, replace the circuit, means I am removing this load plus minus, this is 10 volts, this is 10 volts, 2 ohm, and we have to short circuit these two terminals and calculate the current through this, that is IN or ISC, IN or ISC, short circuit current or Norton's current, this voltage V. So, we have to calculate the current through this branch. So, simply we have two loops, this is I1, this is I2, no. Then the current through this branch is nothing but what? Obviously, with respect to I1 loop 1, ISC or IN is equals to I1 minus I2. Okay. Simply first we have to calculate I1 and then I2, and then substitute this value into this. Okay. So, from loop 1, starting from here, minus 10 plus 2 into I1, which is equals to 0. Okay. From this I1 is equals to what? 5 amps. Like this, from loop 2, starting from here 10 and again we have 2, that is 10 plus 2 I2, which is equals to 0. From this I2 is equals to minus 5 amps. So, finally, we have I1 and I2. So, what is the value of IN, which is equals to I1 minus I2? Therefore, ISC or IN, which is equals to I1 minus I2, which is equals to 5 minus of minus 5, which is equals to 10 amps, that is ISC is equals to 10 amps. So, step 1 completed. Next, step 2. So, in Thevenin's theorem, what is the value of RTH? 1 ohm. In case of Norton's theorem, the value of Rn should be equals to 1 ohm, because those values are same, because we have to calculate the resistance between these two terminals by replacing these voltage sources with respect to what? Internal resistances. Those RTH equals to Rn, that is short circuit 2 this is 2 ohm, these two are in parallel, no. So, RTH Rn equals to 2 into 2 by 2 plus 2, that is 1 ohm, 1 ohm. So, finally, we have ISC and Rn. Step 3 is what? Obtain the Norton's equivalent circuit, that is IN, which is parallel with Rn. What is the value of In, which is equals to 10 amps? This is equals to 1 ohm. Then step 4, that is reconnect that removed load resistance as it is between these two terminals and calculate the load current. That is reconnect so this is 2 ohm, this is 1 ohm, this is 10 amps, and we have to calculate the current through this, and that is IL. So, from this IL equals to what? Apply current division principle. The total current in the circuit is 10 amps, opposite branch resistance by total resistance, 10 into 1 by 2, which is equals to 10 by 3 IL, which is equals to 3.33 amps. Finally, in this also we have 3.33 amps. So, from this also the current through 2 ohm branch is nothing but 3.33 amps. So, by using any method, whether it is mesh or nodal or superposition theorem or Thevenin's or Norton's, we are going to get the same value of current, no, right? Same value of current. So, that is why I am considering only one problem with different methods in order to avoid your doubts. Okay. At any case, we are going to get the same value of current through any branch, okay. For example, in the exam, if the examiner provides calculate the current through this branch by using Thevenin's theorem, then do the problem with respect to Thevenin's theorem approach. Okay. If he did not mention any method, and do the problem with any one of the method. Okay. Like this you have to solve the problem. Okay. That is it.